Let's be honest, Beyblade Metal Fight is one of the greatest anime eras ever made.
I see now! I can certainly feel a power in Pegasus, one that it didn't have the last time we met! Don't care! Huh? And you still match me, even with this?!
The story, the rivalries, the soundtrack, hello!
Beyblade, Beyblade, let it rip!
Just pure perfection. But I'm not gonna lie, when it actually comes to playing Beyblade,
IRL,
Metal Fight, I believe, just can't compete. And let me tell you why. This is where Beyblade X changes everything, okay? Beyblade X isn't just another reboot. It's the first system that feels like real competition. So today, we're breaking down why Beyblade X works better in real life compared to Metal Fight, and why Metal Fight might only work best in the anime. Let's go.
He's the fucking music again.
Metal Fight was built for the anime. Those massive explosions and the dragon auras and everything just looked so awesome. Especially watching that as a kid, like, it was amazing. The immense aura you can feel from watching Beyblade Metal Fight, whether it was Fusion, Masters, it was incredible.
You still don't know what you need to about your bay! Whoa! You shouldn't count on the power of that bay! Dragon Emperor Supreme Flight!
Huh? Gingka!
You say you want to borrow my strength? Give me a call when you have something to offer me in return.
But in real life, I feel like, especially compared to X, the battles were just a bit more short and maybe a little bit lackluster.
3, 2, 1, let it rip! Pool B, their second match. A and C, their first match. 1, let it rip!
Let it rip!
In 3, 2, 1, let it rip! My people shall seek revenge on these simpletons!
I guess it's the quietest I've seen Lord in a long time.
No matter how, I feel like even watching the anime, I feel like no matter how strong your Beyblade was, it just could not compare to how the anime really showed it off to be. Because we watched the Metal Fight series and we've seen how exciting and just exaggerated it was, we tried to imitate that in real life, and it just was not the same. Like, it literally wasn't the same. But I feel like the anime really carried that generation. It carried it. It literally did. everybody loves Beyblade Metal Fight. Like, if you're a huge, like, Beyblade fan, like, the Metal Fight series is something that, if not, like, really just shaped your childhood. Everybody during middle school or wherever was playing with Beyblades at the time, and it was always similar to how the series was when people watched it. Like, granted, playing it definitely was not at all the same. Definitely lackluster. But because we had that mindset and we imagined it to be the way it was in the anime series, is why I believe that the anime itself is way better than playing it in reality. And I feel like Beyblade X completely flipped that idea. It was designed for more real battles and less of like a fantasy thing and more based off of physics, you know? Instead of designing around animation, Beyblade X is more geared toward being designed around physics. Every part, every knockout, and every rail within the stadium exists to make real life battles fast, intense, and skill-based. Beyblade X isn't trying to imitate the anime, it's trying to bring the anime into real life. And I think it's done a great job of doing that.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Shoot! Please,
in Metal Fight, your launch angle, I feel like it didn't really matter that much. But with Beyblade X, your technique basically decides everything. Hit the X line perfectly and your Bey flies. Miss it and maybe it won't be the best type of battle you'd want. So for the most part, it's not 100% luck. It's skill, it's timing, it's having control. I feel like it's a bit rewarding knowing that not only your combination, but your skill and your launch technique really helped you to win. And it feels more competitive. It feels a lot more competitive that way. Metal Fight was about big hits, the power that it brings with those hits, and I feel like that was pretty much it, you know? It had really good parts to help it to move around and to kind of, I guess, more or less remain on the balanced side. But I feel like Beyblade X is more like, you can even bring in engineering into this because it's more about precision, you know? Every single part and every single design in a Beyblade for Beyblade X has like a specific purpose to it and what it brings into the Beyblade itself. And I feel like even in the anime, a genius like Multi, for example, she reflects that same energy about the Beyblade. She builds and customizes similar to how we build our own combinations, and we test and we use logic to see if the Beyblades that we made work best against maybe another Beyblade that we're trying to beat. And I feel like that makes Beyblade X a lot more fun and more sport-like. Metal Fight battles always looked great in the shows, but in real life, like, you would watch it and then, you know, that would be it. That would be it. Whereas Beyblade X battles always look more lively. They move around. Also, like, having that X line, the stadium is amazing for the mechanics, and it makes Beyblade X a lot more fun to watch. The collisions, the explosions, like watching your Beyblade like literally fall out of the stadium is like... And for the first time, the Beyblade battles in real life are just as exciting as the anime. Hello. Metal Fight told a great story, but I just feel like Beyblade X is a sport, is more of a sport. And you see that now people are pushing for Beyblade X to be more of a sport thing over than just a hobby, and you can see why. The battles are just amazing, and I feel like that is something that we can push into. Even people saying it should be in the Olympics, you know what I mean? Like, it can be something bigger than what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? Metal Fight will always it will be top tier, okay? It will be top tier. The anime is top tier. We cannot doubt that, okay? This is something where people have the best of the best memories like playing with. So that I cannot take away at all. Gingka, Ryuga, Kiyoya, Masamune. There's so many people to name. They defined Beyblade forever, okay? They defined it 1000%. But when it comes to real life play, Beyblade X is, I believe, what Metal Fight wanted to be or should have been. It's just the high-speed battles, everything about it is just like, how could you not be excited over watching a Beyblade X battle? Like, how?
Players ready. 3, 2, 1, go shoot.
It's literally the fantasy of what we've seen in the Metal Fight anime just coming into life, you know? That's literally what it is. The physics, the speed, the tension. This is literally what we imagined Beyblade to be, and now it's getting to that. It is that, you know? It's Beyblade X. It's Beyblade X. So yeah, Metal Fight will always be the better anime. I think that's the majority consensus, is that the anime is way better, right? But Beyblade X is just the better in real life Beyblade. And plus, it's pushing the franchise into a new real era of competition in Beyblade. So I think we can all say that, yeah, Metal Fight, anime, definitely. Beyblade X, actual play, for sure, 1000%. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with, you know, my thoughts and what I have to say in terms of the Metal Fight series and Metal Fight in general, that generation, versus the Beyblade X generation? What do you guys think? What are your opinions? Comment them down below, because I read all of the comments and I would love to hear what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on the next video. Bye. If you're still here, I almost forgot. I have codes and everything in my description below. If you want Mall of Toys, Basin Bricks, Oreno Designs, Noozle 3D, whatever, all my coupon codes are in the description box below. Get yourself some discounts, especially in this economy. Save money, live better. No Walmart. All right, bye guys.